morning everybody. My name is Konstantin Hohmann and I'm the product manager for precision seeders here in the factory in Soest in Germany. Today we talk about Pudama. Pudama is a feature which is available for our Optima TF Profi and the Optima F model. Pudama means punctual fertilizer application in row crops, so for example in corn, sugar beet or other row crops with a bigger distance. Why do we do that? Therefore, I like to go together with you to a demonstration hub that we have over here. Here we went over to our demo model of Pudama. What you can see in here, for example in corn planting, the distance between two corn seeds is approximately 15-16 centimeters at 75 centimeters row width. Can be even bigger if you have a smaller row width. In the first weeks, and there we did some investigations together with universities, the roots are only growing in a circle of maybe 5-6 centimeters around the corn. And only in this small circle, the roots have access to the fertilizer. And in the past, when we had a permanent application of fertilizer, there was no access to the fertilizer in between. Now with Pudama, we place the fertilizer exactly in connection to the seed, where the roots have the maximum access in the first weeks after germination. And this ensures that the complete fertilizer is used, but we can also save this fertilizer that is in between two seeds. And this is approximately 25%. This is our statement, and this is what we also confirmed with some external trials. This 25% of fertilizer savings means not only that you have more money in your pocket because you saved your fertilizer, you don't need to buy it, you have bigger efficiency in the field. This also means it's good for the environment because we don't bring any fertilizer into the field that is not used, that is polluting our groundwater. I told you that we are saving 25% of fertilizer with the Pudama system, and with this savings we are reaching 3 targets. On the first one, it's following up legislative targets that we get from our government. We should reduce the amount of fertilizer in the fields, and with 25% this is already a big step. The second one are ecological targets, so we want to reduce the pollution of groundwater by fertilizer that is not used. And I showed you in the model over here that we use now 100% of the fertilizer, so you have no pollution. And the third one, that is always the most important for the customer, for our farmers, for our contractors or for our agro holdings. This is the economical part. And therefore I want to do a little calculation with you. A TF Profi with 6 meter working width can do, for example, 400 hectares per year. And to make the calculation easy, we say that you need fertilizer of 160 kilograms per hectare. That's what some customers use typically. It's just a calculation, you can do it with every amount. And when we do savings of 25%, that's what we noticed together with our external partners during the trials. 25% of 160 kilograms, this means it's 40 kilograms of savings per hectare. This sounds not a lot, but if you multiply it by the 400 hectares per year, then it's already 16,000 kilograms of fertilizer, or maybe easier to imagine, 16 tons of fertilizer that you can save every year. This is already a lot. This is 3/4 of a big truck. And 16 tons of fertilizer, this is also a hell of money. If you calculate it, for example, with a fertilizer price of 500 euros per ton, this is already 8,000 euros that you can save per year with the usage of Pudama. And with 8,000 euros of savings, you have a positive return of invest of the Pudama system approximately after 2 years. So we have talked about the targets of the system, that we want to cover some governmental regulations, some political reasons we have for it to save fertilizer. There are these targets. We have some ecological reasons that we don't want to have so many pollution of the groundwater. And the third one, of course, is the economics that I showed you. We also talked about it, how we manage it in the machine, that we synchronize the seed and the depot, but now we want to come also to the techniques, how we solve it. Therefore, we go closer here to the fertilizer coulter, and the secret is really in this part of the coulter. So we have a permanent fertilizer stream coming from the fertilizer hopper or from a front hopper if you're using an Optima F with an F drill. And then in here we have a kind of conical brush. You see it here, this is really the secret of the system. By this conical brush, always a little depot, a little amount of fertilizer is collected in here. And then by a pneumatic shot, by an air shot, coming through this tube, this brush is opened and then applicating shot by shot these depots of fertilizer into the furrow. The air for this shot is supplied by a compressor that we have on the machine that we can see later on the TF Profi. And the impulse for this valve is coming from our optoelectronic sensor that detects each and every seed. And by synchronizing this sensor with the valve, we can ensure that we have really nice depots, always in connection to one seed, like you see it here on our demo mockup. If you're standing in front of a machine, not only by the Pudama sticker you can see that it's a Pudama one, also every Pudama machine is equipped with a compressor. This is underneath this cover. The compressor is a screw compressor, hydraulically driven, needs about 55 liters of oil per minute. And this compressor supports the air that we need for the valves to open this brush. The air is transported to a tank that we have underneath here. It's a little buffer. And then with this hoses is distributed to each and every row unit or to each and every fertilizer coulter. And as seen before on our mock-up unit, behind this black cover there is the valve. And here this is a brush which is opened and closed to ensure nice depots in the furrow. Yeah, this was a rough and quick overview about our Pudama system. If you have any more questions, please contact me or my sales colleagues, and thanks for your attention.
When farming means business.